Azure AzCopy support AWS S3.
Fusion Broadband migrates to IBM Cloud.
Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL sees major upgrades.
New Google Cloud exec and other Google Cloud news. These stories and more are coming up on this week's Liftr Cloud Look Ahead, April 22nd, 2019. Welcome to another edition of the Liftr Cloud Look Ahead on liftrcloud.com. We're your anchors, Stephanie Ard
and Harold Fish, ready to guide you through some interesting changes in the cloud and what to expect from Liftr Cloud Insights.
Let's jump on in.
Azure's AzCopy version 10 now supports AWS S3, a data source by using a simple command line tool. Azure users now can copy an entire AWS S3 bucket, or even multiple buckets, to Azure Blob Storage. Using block from URL, which copies data directly from a given URL, AzCopy version 10 moves data from an AWS S3 bucket to an Azure storage account directly from the source.
Previously, customers faced challenges when migrating their data from AWS to Azure. They would have to bring up a separate client between the cloud providers to read the data from AWS to then put it in Azure storage. This method limited the scale and speed of the transfer to the abilities of the client transferring the data.
AzCopy has been redesigned from scratch to provide data movement at a greater scale, as well as being able to support data copies from both a local file system to Azure storage and between different Azure storage accounts.
Fusion Broadband has migrated its SD-WAN service to IBM Cloud following Fusion finding their capacity under intense pressure. According to Fusion MD Jason Maud, the company's former infrastructure was inhibited by increasing growth, leading to more support calls. The switch to IBM has resulted in a 400% growth for Fusion's SD-WAN services, according to claims by Maud.
Following the migration, more than 80% of the Fusion SD-WAN network is spread across IBM sites in Sydney and Melbourne, to name a few. Maud said, quote, "Our own management requirements have reduced with support calls dropping significantly. Because we're running the network infrastructure at 20% instead of 80%, we've got a much more robust environment."
The partnership also brings a couple more key updates. Fusion will allow its partners to build their own SD-WAN network in the IBM Cloud from any location globally, meaning they don't need to co-locate their SD-WAN resources with other customers. Fusion's technology will now be sold by 200 IBM partners globally. The two companies' collaboration is aimed at worldwide telecom carriers and puts IBM in competition with Ericsson, Nokia, and Huawei.
A major announcement from AWS. Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL now supports MultiMajor version upgrades. Previously, major version upgrades could only be done to one version at a time, such as PostgreSQL version 9.6 could only upgrade to PostgreSQL version 10.
If a customer wanted to upgrade older instances to the latest major version, they would have to perform multiple major version upgrades until they reach their target version. This caused extended downtime for each of the upgrade operations. The new multi-major version upgrade feature allows users to perform any upgrades all the way to version 11 seamlessly in a single step, reducing downtime substantially.
Thomas Kurian, CEO of Google Cloud, recently announced in a blog post that the current president of Google Cloud Global Customer Operations of 2 years, Henri Ferrand, is stepping down and taking on new challenges within Google. Taking his place will be Robert Enslin, who has spent the last 27 years at SAP in leadership roles across sales and operations.
Kurian cited Enslin's expertise in building and running organizations globally. Business acumen and deep customer and partner relationships are what make him a perfect fit for the role. Enslin begins his role today. In other Google Cloud news, Atos, a European IT corporation, has announced that it has been recognized as the global leader in the Google Cloud Certificate Program after 11 months. Currently, more than 300 technical experts across all of Atos's worldwide regions have been certified, with more planned in the coming weeks.
Eric Grahl, Senior Executive Vice President and Head of Global Operations and Infrastructure and Data Management at Atos, said, quote, "Not only does this support our clients worldwide, but ensuring that they receive the highest level of technical expertise from a certified Google Cloud expert, but it also supports our employees in their career development so that they are able to advance to the next level." Atos was also the receiver of the Google Cloud Breakthrough Partner of the Year Award at the Google Cloud Next event 2 weeks ago.
That's a wrap on this week's Liftr Cloud Look Ahead. Has your business made major strides using the cloud? We want to hear from you. Email us at ideas@liftrcloud.com. See you next week.